Well over 300 million in sales, hundreds of thousands of distributors, operations in 32 countries and growing, and recently named number 66 of the top 100 global direct selling companies in 2012, all in just 5 years. What is the secret? Is it the vision, the mission, the leadership? Find out as we learn about the company that is changing lives by bringing the treasures of the earth to the people of the world. That company is Organo Gold.
It's OG in the house!
Founded in British Columbia in 2008 with just 5 employees, Organo Gold has already created a legacy, rewriting the history books on what a successful network marketing company looks like. Minority owned and operated, the company has made a unique global footprint in the industry. Founded by visionary Mr. Bernardo Chua, Organo Gold is the company that is bringing Ganoderma, considered for thousands of years as the king of herbs, to the people of the world. Coffee infused with Ganoderma, a simple yet brilliant idea. Master distributor and co-founder Mr. Shane Moran.
And the genius here is Bernie figured out how to put this amazing herb into coffee and tea, hot chocolate and mocha, things that, you see, we don't have to think about consuming. And so it's genius that he figured out how to put this herb that people don't have to think about. They're just drinking it, not once in a while, but multiple times every single day. That's genius.
Coffee, one of the world's most consumed beverages, second only to tea and water. The second largest traded commodity after oil. A beverage enjoyed in virtually every single culture in the world. Almost 500 million cups a day in North America alone, and growing. Executive Vice President of International Sales, Mr. Holton Buggs.
So for me, I start to put my business mind around the concept of coffee and its simplicity. And for the previous 18 years, I had done network marketing based off of products that people needed. And it required a sales skill. It required convincing. This concept was around a product that people wanted. And what I've realized is that people don't spend money on things that they need, but they do spend money on things that they want. And everywhere around the world, people wake up to their favorite brand of coffee. And now our goal is to make that brand the Organo Gold brand.
From their humble beginnings, word spread quickly. Soon the company was open for business in 5, then 9, then 13, and now 32 countries across the globe. Personal care products and proven nutraceuticals now complete the product line. Sales grew from a little over $1 million a month, now to well in excess of almost $1 million a day. Small, intimate coffee jazz mixers grew into sales meetings of a few hundred, then became a few thousand, then tens of thousands, filling major sporting arenas all over the country. And now Organo Gold is attracting leaders and celebrities from across the globe, including world-famous pro golfer Greg Norman, the Great White Shark. As a successful entrepreneur, he chose to join Organo Gold to become part of our global success story. But that is just the beginning.
And it's amazing because in every language and every culture, everyone knows what coffee is. Everybody drinks coffee or tea at least occasionally. And so even if they don't speak the same language and I say coffee, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
But I'll never forget hearing something that Warren Buffett said. And he said that things that you like to do should be a hobby of yours, but things that the world does should be a business of yours. And when you think about that, ladies and gentlemen, that's why coffee for me has been the best opportunity for so many people around the world. You know, just for one moment, I want you to put your business hat on. I want you to just think like you're a CEO for a moment, and let's not think like an employee. Let's not think like a customer for one moment. I want you to just think as if you were a board member of a major corporation. Now, for many of you who don't have that experience, just bear with me for a moment. I just want to have what I call business coffee talk. Let's share with you why coffee, in my opinion, is the best opportunity that I've ever seen in the industry of networking. First of all, for me, it started with the concept of Starbucks. Many of us have known that Starbucks now is a household name, and for me, I appreciate them so much because they've made it socially acceptable for people like you and me to go out and pay $5 for a cup of coffee. See, never before had that ever been the case. But when Starbucks actually did that, other companies were actually watching what they were doing. Matter of fact, companies like McDonald's came right after Starbucks and they invented the McCafe. If you ever paid attention, just over the last several years, there's been a major shift in advertising dollars, specifically within the restaurant industry. What McDonald's did is they started catering everything towards the McCafe brand. At that time, I'd never seen too many commercials about their Happy Meals or their McRib sandwiches or their Quarter Pounders. Everything was catered towards that coffee drink. And I was reading an article that talked about during that recession, one of the things that people were not going to give up, no matter how bad the economy got, they were not going to give up their coffee habit. And McDonald's actually created a huge category killer in the coffee industry with McCafe. Right after that, Burger King came around and they introduced the Iced Mocha. You had Wendy's who had a coffee frosty. You had companies like Dairy Queen who was out there selling even a coffee product. And then I saw another company called Dunkin' Donuts. And we all know that Dunkin' Donuts was really known for selling donuts until they changed their logo. And now it's a cup of coffee. You saw companies like Nestle, who was actually known over in Europe for selling cookies and chocolate, who introduced the Nescafe brand over in the United States. And then I saw companies like Subway, ladies and gentlemen, who actually introduced a breakfast menu. It's not because you and I want a foot-long sandwich at 5 in the morning, but they knew that people wanted coffee. And they sell Seattle's Best Coffee, which is now owned by Starbucks. When you put all of those things together and you think like a business person, for me, it represents one thing. It represents a clue. Who would have thought that the CEOs, the CFOs, marketing executives, and chief executives of major Fortune 500 corporations would all get together and start going towards one particular product for their profits? It's called coffee. When you look at it as well, coffee is the second largest traded commodity on Wall Street. It's only second to oil. In North America right now, there's approximately 255 million people every single day that drank 3 to 5 cups of coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, it's created a multi-billion-dollar industry from a business standpoint. Now, I want you to think about it for a moment. Wouldn't it be awesome to know for a fact that you're involved in a business where people are already habitually consuming a product 3 to 5 times a day and you never have to remind them? You know, one of the things I've seen is this. I've seen that people forget to do important things like maybe kiss their kids or maybe even give them a hug. Or some may even forget to say their prayers at night. But I have never, ever, ever seen a coffee drinker who's forgotten to drink their coffee. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, Organo Gold in our coffee is one of the greatest opportunities I've ever seen of our time. One of the questions that I get most often is, can I do it? Well, I'm here to say, yes, you can do it. See, regardless of your past failures of the industry of network marketing or regardless of the successes that you've had, what we wanted to do is we wanted to build a business where everyone can participate. Organo Gold's success is as easy as 4 simple questions. As a matter of fact, I want you to go along with me. I'm going to ask some questions, and I want you to either answer in your mind, and you can even answer out loud if you want to. First question I want to ask you is, do you or anybody you know of drink coffee or tea at least occasionally? Second question is, how do you drink your coffee? Do you drink it black or do you drink it with cream and sugar? Third question is, who's your favorite coffee? Who do you normally buy it from? Fourth question is, does that company ever send you a commission check for drinking their coffee? You know what, if you're like 100% of the people I've ever asked that question, the answer is always going to be no. And when they ask that and they say no, I always reach into my pocket, and that's when I take out a sachet and I say, I want to give you a free sample of the coffee that pays. And ladies and gentlemen, every time I present it to them, 100% of the time, they've accepted it. And all I want them to do is just tell me what they think about the taste and how it makes them feel. 1 out of every 5 people that I talk to actually want to become a distributor and enroll in Organo Gold. 2 out of every 5 people actually become retail customers and buy coffee at retail. That's 3 out of every 5 people that I give free samples to want the Organo Gold experience. When you look at a system that is as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, how could you fail? Ladies and gentlemen, that's why Organo Gold is experiencing the success with people who've never, ever, ever had experience in the industry of networking.